The oceans are the arteries of our planet, vast, restless highways that connect continents, cultures, and economies. Every day, thousands of cargo ships and tankers traverse these blue highways, carrying the lifeblood of global trade and power. In this immense arena, only 7 nations wield the ultimate symbol of maritime dominance: the aircraft carrier, a floating city bristling with technology and firepower. These floating fortresses are more than just warships. They are mobile air bases able to project power and influence far from home shores, shaping world events and deterring adversaries. For decades, the US, China, UK, Russia, France, and Italy have ruled these waters, their carriers symbols of national pride and global reach. But now, a new player is changing the game. India is stepping onto the world stage, rewriting the rules of naval power. Once seen as a regional player, India is quietly but confidently asserting itself as a dominant force in the Indian Ocean, a region vital to global commerce and security. Instead of simply trying to match the superpowers ship for ship, India is building a carrier group uniquely tailored to its environment, geography, and strategic needs. This isn't about imitation, it's about innovation, balance, and adapting to new challenges. India is investing in homegrown technology, advanced systems, and new doctrines. Analysts in Beijing, Washington, and capitals around the world are watching India's moves with growing respect and curiosity, recognizing a shift in the balance of power. India has mastered the complex art of carrier operations, builds its own ships from the keel up, and wields its growing power with a sense of restraint and responsibility. This is a story of strategic vision, technological growth, and a relentless determination to be self-reliant, breaking free from decades of dependence on foreign suppliers. Today, after years of effort, India now fields 2 operational carrier battle groups, an achievement matched by only a handful of nations. With these powerful fleets, India can project power across both the Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal, securing vital sea lanes and protecting its interests throughout the Indian Ocean. This is more than just military might, it's a bold geopolitical statement, a declaration of intent and capability. India is making it clear, the Indian Ocean is its domain, and it now has both the will and the means to defend it against any threat. The world is taking notice as a new era of maritime power begins to unfold in the heart of the Indian Ocean. Aircraft carriers are the ultimate test of a navy's ambition and capability. These massive floating fortresses represent the pinnacle of maritime engineering and strategic power, serving as both a symbol and a tool of national strength. They're not just ships, they're the heart of a complex battle group, protected by destroyers, frigates, and submarines. This formidable armada moves as a single, coordinated force, projecting power and safeguarding national interests far from home shores. A carrier is a sovereign airbase at sea, controlling vast stretches of ocean and airspace. With the ability to launch and recover fighter jets, helicopters, and surveillance aircraft, it extends a nation's reach, allowing for rapid response to threats and humanitarian crises alike. The cost and complexity are staggering. Only a few nations can build and operate them. Designing, constructing, and maintaining these giants requires advanced technology, skilled labor, and a robust industrial base, making them a true badge of national capability. For years, India relied on second-hand carriers, always a step behind. These older ships, though valuable, limited India's ability to innovate and adapt to changing threats, keeping the nation dependent on foreign suppliers for upgrades and repairs. True naval power means building carriers from scratch, not just buying them. Indigenous construction empowers a nation to customize its fleet, develop homegrown expertise, and foster a self-reliant defense ecosystem. India's transformation from buyer to builder marks a new era. The commissioning of its own carriers is a testament to years of investment, innovation, and determination, signaling a bold step forward on the world stage. Now, India can design ships for its own needs, integrate indigenous weapons, and ensure long-term independence. This self-sufficiency means greater flexibility in strategy and the ability to respond swiftly to emerging challenges. This leap signals India's arrival as a premier naval power. With each new carrier, India strengthens its ability to protect its interests, support allies, and contribute to global security. It's a shift in the global balance, one that can't be ignored. As India's carriers sail through strategic waters, they send a clear message. The nation is ready to shape the future of the Indo-Pacific and beyond. India's carriers are more than hardware. They're proof of technological and industrial maturity. Each system on board, from radar to propulsion, showcases the country's growing expertise and ambition. The world's oceans have a new contender. India's rise as a carrier-building nation is reshaping the maritime landscape, promising a future where its navy stands among the world's elite. The commissioning of INS Vikrant in 2022 marked a historic turning point for India's maritime ambitions, a bold declaration of independence and self-reliance on the world stage. This event was not just a naval milestone, but a moment that resonated with the dreams and aspirations of an entire nation. Designed and built entirely in India, INS Vikrant stands as a powerful symbol of national pride, technological progress, and the country's growing industrial capabilities. Its creation showcased the expertise of Indian engineers, shipbuilders, and countless workers who turned vision into reality. Over 3/4 of its components are sourced from within India, a remarkable achievement that pushed the nation's industry and innovation to new heights. This level of self-sufficiency was once a distant dream, but now it's a testament to India's determination to chart its own course. Unlike imported vessels, INS Vikrant is not a mere copy of foreign designs. It's a unique platform, tailored to reflect India's evolving naval doctrine and strategic needs. Every detail, from its flight deck to its command systems, is a product of Indian ingenuity. Sailing alongside Vikrant is INS Vikramaditya, a Soviet-era carrier that has been completely transformed by Indian upgrades and modernization. Together, these two carriers represent the old and new, working in harmony to protect India's maritime interests. Both carriers now field some of the world's most advanced weapons, including the formidable BrahMos supersonic missile. This cutting-edge arsenal gives the Indian Navy a decisive edge in both deterrence and combat capability. With this powerful 1-2 punch, India can dominate the vast expanse of the Indian Ocean, deploying one carrier group to the Arabian Sea and another to the Bay of Bengal. This strategic flexibility ensures that India's maritime borders remain secure at all times. Operating two carriers means India can project persistent, flexible power across the region, ensuring that no adversary can move unchallenged and that India's interests are always protected, day or night. This formidable capability forms the very foundation of India's maritime strategy, securing its place as a major naval power in the 21st century. The Indian Ocean is the world's most vital trade artery. Over 80% of seaborne oil and half of global container traffic pass through its waters. Any disruption here would shake the global economy. India's geography gives it a commanding position. Its bases and island territories monitor the entire region. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands are strategic sentinels, overseeing the Malacca Strait. India's location is both an advantage and a responsibility. As the region's security provider, India ensures freedom of navigation and stability. Its carrier groups aren't for distant power projection, they're for sea control at home. Persistent presence deters threats and protects vital interests. The carrier groups are India's sharpest tool for regional security. The Indian Ocean's stability depends on them. India faces a complex two-front challenge: Pakistan to the west, China to the east. Pakistan's navy, modernizing with Chinese help, aims to threaten India's sea lanes. Any conflict would have a major maritime dimension, with both sides seeking to blockade and disrupt trade. India's carrier groups are built for this, controlling vast sea and airspace, protecting ports, and deterring misadventure. To the east, China's navy is expanding rapidly, deploying carriers and submarines into the Indian Ocean. China's string of pearls strategy is seen as an attempt to encircle India. India's two-carrier strategy counters both threats, one group for Pakistan, one for China. It's a demanding balancing act, requiring power, agility, and resilience. India is ready for the challenge. India's carriers are floating fortresses armed for offense and defense. Their main strike force, the MiG-29K, a modern multi-role fighter upgraded with Indian technology. Soon these jets will carry the BrahMos supersonic missile, giving India long-range precision strike power. To defend against missile attacks, the carriers use the Barak 8 air defense system, developed with Israel. Barak 8 creates a protective bubble, intercepting threats from all directions. Close-in weapon systems and electronic warfare suites add extra layers of defense. Escorting destroyers and frigates complete the shield. India's carriers are tough targets, designed to fight, survive, and win. Their arsenal is a blend of indigenous innovation and global best-in-class systems. They're ready for any threat. After the 2019 Pulwama attack, India's Navy moved swiftly. INS Vikrant and its battle group deployed off Pakistan's coast, not as a drill, but as a show of force. 60 warships, including a nuclear submarine, signaled India's readiness to blockade Karachi if needed. The Pakistani Navy was outmatched and bottled up in port. India's anti-submarine screen made enemy subs ineffective. No dramatic threats, just disciplined, silent deterrence. The carrier group's presence forced Pakistan to reconsider escalation. This was coercive diplomacy at its finest. India shaped the conflict without firing a shot. The world saw the true power of a carrier group. Even the world's strongest navies struggle with modern threats. In the Red Sea, the US spends millions to shoot down cheap drones. India's approach is different. No Hollywood drama, just strategic efficiency. Carrier groups control geography, deny enemy movement, and create psychological advantage. India's secret weapon is its disciplined, calculated mindset. Presence alone can achieve victory. With limited resources, every move is carefully planned for maximum impact. India's quiet, confident strategy is shocking superpowers. It's proving that smart, self-reliant forces can dominate their turf. The rise of India's carrier group signals a new era in naval power.